On the night I told my girlfriend I loved her, she cried hard. She said she'd seen the future and needed me to promise her something. When I asked why, she just shook her head. I don't remember. I only know I'll regret something truly terrible. Frank, no matter what happens, you have to give me 3 chances, okay? I was head over heels for Agnes Grey, so I agreed right away. But afterward, it was like she forgot the whole night, especially when she started getting handsy with her mailroom assistant. That's when I got it. That's why she'd made me promise years ago. Because the second I was about to sign the divorce papers, I heard a voice. I knew it was Agnes at 19, crying. Frank, you promised. Remember, you said you'd give me 3 chances. Frank, I know this is hard for you, but what Agnes and I have is real. I hope you can let her be happy. The text lit up my phone. It was from Nicholas Morgan, Agnes's assistant. Along with that message came videos and photos, making out under the famous Tower of Love, whispering sweet things at one of the world's biggest museums, naked on some tropical beach, even getting it on against a floor-to-ceiling window. Right then, I knew Agnes was not the woman I fell in love with anymore. We met when we had nothing. I worked myself to the bone for her acting career, throwing every dollar into her shows and running around for her film crews. For 7 years straight, I worked so hard I'd fall asleep on the subway home. I drank so much at business dinners that my stomach started bleeding. Little by little, I built a company from scratch. And during those same 7 years, Agnes became famous. Everyone knew her name. Everything we dreamed of doing together, she decided to share it all with her assistant instead. I didn't think twice. I drew up the divorce papers. Just as I was about to sign, I heard a voice right next to me. Frank, don't. You promised me. Remember, you said you'd give me 3 chances. That familiar voice hit me like a bolt of lightning. My whole body shook. I turned around, and there she was. Agnes at 19, looking delicate and beautiful, wearing that $30 dress I bought her with money from my part-time job. In that dress, she'd always been the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. I just stared at her, then I actually laughed. All right, chances, right? Then my phone rang again. Frank, how many times do I have to tell you? Stop giving Nicholas a hard time. He is just my assistant. He is exhausted every day, running around with me everywhere. If you keep this up, forget about that beach trip I promised you. I put it on speaker. Her angry voice filled the room. I looked at 19-year-old Agnes and smiled. Anger flashed across her young face. How can she talk to you like that? How dare she? 19-year-old Agnes was shaking with anger, but 27-year-old Agnes was ice cold. Frank, looks like you've got some guts now, keeping another woman around. Get to Marlin Tower. You've got half an hour. If you are not here, she hung up. I said quietly, that is the first chance, Agnes. I wasn't even sure if I was talking to the 19-year-old in front of me or to myself. By the time I drove to Marlin Tower, 40 minutes had gone by. The area around Marlin Tower was packed with people. Traffic jammed everywhere. When I got to Agnes's top floor office and barely opened the door, she snapped, Frank, I warned you. You had 30 minutes to get here and now, I cut her off, turned around, and flopped onto the couch like I didn't care. Nicholas was there too. He kept his head down, eyes all red, his right hand holding his left wrist. My attitude seemed to set Agnes off. She slammed her hand on the desk. Frank, what is with that attitude? You still won't admit you were wrong? But before I could say anything, Nicholas jumped in. It is nothing really, just a watch. Don't blame Frank. That just made Agnes angrier. But instead of yelling at him, she held back and softened her voice. How can you say it is nothing? He is so petty. He even tried to steal the birthday gift he gave you. Don't worry, I am not taking his side. Then she turned back to me, her voice sharp as a knife. Frank, I am giving you one last chance. Give Nicholas his watch back. I'd lost count of how many times this had happened. No matter how many times Nicholas set me up, no matter what I said, it never mattered. The woman who used to trust me completely now only doubted me. Couldn't be bothered to argue. I stood up, took off the old watch from my wrist, and tossed it on the floor at Nicholas's feet. That one move broke both versions of Agnes, the 19-year-old and the 26